talk to you all about some of the challenges that you face as a stay-at-home mom, or even like a breastfeeding mom. And one of the main things that a lot of moms, in my opinion, deal with is being able to let go of their child and let someone else take care of the child. So on today, I just got through dropping off my child to my mom's house to babysit for the weekend because it's me and my husband's anniversary, and we need that time away to refuel from always having to care for our child that's 15 months old. And I know for me as a breastfeeding mom, it is a challenge to let your child even have a babysitter most of the time, because you don't want them to make it so hard on the caretaker by crying, just because a lot of times breastfed babies are very attached and very clingy. And I know with my child, I'm trying to work with his attachment anxiety, because other than that, he has a very cool temperament. He's very loving, loves to smile, and very sociable and love to talk. But whenever I'm away and he's with someone else, he will scream and cry and just have a fit when I'm not there, because he's just panicking, like, hold on, like, my mom isn't with me, so no one will be able to take care of me like my mom, because, you know, she feeds me. And me taking on that responsibility make it seem like it's like mandatory, like, okay, I'm the only one who's supposed to take care of him like that, when that is not the case. Like, having to get to the point where I can just release and let him figure out how to go through those emotions and figure out how it feels not having mom around all the times. Like, he has to experience that, and I'm having to get to the point where I can just push back a little more, where I'm like, okay, you have to develop as an individual. You have life that goes on without mom. Not saying that I'm not wishing anything bad to happen, but just say that I am out of place or sick or something, and I have to have someone else to take care of the child. He has to be able to function and go on with his life if mom isn't present. And a lot of times with stay-at-home moms, they're the sole responsible parent, because the dad are usually like the breadwinner, the one who is providing for the household. So the responsibility of him having to change the diaper and feed and all the necessities is always pushed back on me, even if I am tired and he is off of work. Like, everything is still mostly on me, just because I'm the sole caretaker, because I'm a stay-at-home mom. And it's a lot of emotions with having to balance that out, especially with my baby still breastfeeding and still wanting that one-on-one nurturing moment of going to sleep and breastfeeding, or waking up and breastfeeding. Him having to go through those emotions with not having me around, and just having to be able to take the milk bottle or the milk that I express, and having to use that as an alternative. But it's a lot of things that I feel that you don't know walking in becoming a first-time parent, that you pretty much have to experience as you go through it, because each child is different, which makes it more complex when you're parenting, because you can't parent each child the same way. And a lot of times you'll receive advice like, oh, you should do this with the child or do that with the child, And a lot of times you just got to go by that gut feeling. Like, you will know what's best for your child, and you just have that inkling or that feeling like, okay, this don't seem right, I don't need to do this with this child, or you just can sense. But a lot of times we'll ignore those gut feelings, or that inkling that they don't need to do this or that with the child, and just go based on what someone else said that they do with their kids, and oh, this is how I did it, and my kids were raised fine, and this is how you should do your kids. And it's not always the case, because like I said, every individual child is unique in their own way, and they're going to have certain characteristics and abilities that another will not, because everyone is uniquely made, and the Lord designed it that way. So really having to just go through the process of just letting go and allowing others to help with the nurturing and the caretaking of the child is one of those things that's hard to do for a lot of stay-at-home moms. But just walking it out and just taking it step by step and just going from there, and eventually the child will learn that, hey, even though you're not with me, I'm okay, and I can survive, and but when you come back, I'll be okay as well. But yes, that's just some of the things that I was thinking about, and I just wanted to come on and share that with you all. But that's all. I will try to make some more videos just with some of my thoughts and any ideas or concerns or anything that you all are interested in hearing more about. Just let me know in the message below. But I'll talk to you all later. Bye.